ID.4 is the second electric from VW after the ID.3, but this one is its global EV model. Our jurors in Germany got exclusive access to it. So here are Jens, Peter and Thomas bringing you various aspects of the ID.4.
Volkswagen's big electrification strategy will revolve very much around the all-new ID.4 that has just broken cover a few weeks ago. Well, at least for the short term, this car needs to be a big hit for the strategy to succeed. Let's step into an exclusive preview of the car with jurors Jens Meiners and Peter Schwerdtmann. They spent time with it to bring you some first observations.
Okay, Peter, now we're inside the car, inside the ID.4, and I have to say the dashboard looks familiar.
Yes, very much like the ID.3.
It is a carryover part, the small screen in front of the driver, the central screen which comes in two sizes, all of that is familiar, but the car is quite a bit bigger. We have a lot of space in the front seat, but we also fit in the rear.
Yeah, and the trunk is as big as well, so it's a family car.
Definitely a family car. This is a car that really takes advantage of the electric platform, of the possibilities that the electric powertrain allows. And that's something you can't say of every electric car. You know, when you look at the Porsche Taycan, for example, which has the size almost of a Panamera, but the interior of a 911, I'm slightly exaggerating. But this is a car that takes full advantage.
Now that you know what it's about and what it's meant to offer, it's time to see how all that translates to on-road performance. So now, over to juror Thomas Geiger, who spent time driving the pre-production prototype in a very exclusive drive, even before the world premiere.
4 weeks ahead of the digital world premiere and 3 months ahead of starts of sale, we're here at the top secret proving and test ground Era Lessine to get a first insight of the vehicle that means the most to Volkswagen at the moment. The ID.4 is powered by a single electric motor at the rear axle, in this case 150 kilowatts. There will be 4 variants of that starting from 107 kilowatts upward. And in the future there will also be a 4-wheel drive model with a second motor on the front axle, adding 75 kilowatts, meaning 225 kilowatts in total, or in the old currency, a little bit above 300 horsepower. This model here accelerates from 0 to 100 in 8.5 seconds and has a top speed of 160 kilometers per hour. The all-wheel drive model will go 180. Looking at the battery that is mounted in the floor of the vehicle, we have 2 choices for the moment, 52 and 77 kilowatt hours, equaling a WLTP range of roughly 350 up to almost 520 kilometers. The small battery can be charged with maximum 100 kilowatts, the bigger battery with 125 kilowatts, giving you a top-up from 5 to 80% in less than 3/4 of an hour.
The battery housing, which comprises aluminum sections and is protected by a strong frame, contains 12 battery modules. Each one of them holds 24 pouch cells with a flexible external sleeve. A base plate with integrated water channels regulates their temperature. Volkswagen guarantees that the battery will still have at least 70% of its original capacity after 8 years, or a mileage of 160,000 kilometers.
The ID.4 does not only look like an SUV, so higher ground clearance, small approaching angles, all good if you go through the countryside. And the car is very versatile, because you don't only have a big trunk, you also have the roof racks and a tow hook in case you need it.
The big question on everyone's mind is, how does the ID.4 stand up to the competitors here in Europe, but most pertinently, the Tesla Model Y?
If you compare the ID.4 with the Tesla Model Y, the thing is a bit more interesting. For the first time ever, Tesla is fast follower and not the one that's leaping forward and is coming after the ID.4. And other than, for example, in the Model 3 or in the Model S, Tesla has a kind of disadvantage when it comes to roominess. The ID.4 is about 15 centimeters shorter than the Model Y, but offers about 6 centimeters more interior room. What speaks for the Tesla is the fancy design, the cleaner interior with only the big screen in the center console and nothing else, and for sure the brand that is unbeatable at the moment.
The Volkswagen ID.4 is a large, roomy car, and yet, as our jurors told you, leaves room for the brand to look at bigger full-size models. Still, it is already equipped to take on a wide range of existing competitors. The rough road capability, even on the rear wheel version, is reassuring, as are the large boot, towing capability, and so many modern tech attributes in the cabin.
It's a global car, right?
It looks like that. They are talking about China and USA to join the market in 2021. So let's see.
How do you think it fares against the Tesla Model Y?
Oh, this is a totally different type of car here. I would prefer to have this, let's say, European quality in my car, but Tesla, of course, has the better image. So maybe the market will decide for Tesla, but in the long run, I think it will be cars like these.
Yeah, I think it's, if you want a car to show off, or if you want a fast car, then a Tesla is fun. But if you want a car that you can enjoy over a long time, I think the Volkswagen will be a better bet.
It is more versatile, more premium than the ID.3, and it offers more space too. All for just 7,000 euros, or just under $8,200 more. Given government incentives towards EVs in some countries, this could well turn into a large volume model for the German mass brand, exactly as Volkswagen wants it to.
Follow us on Twitter at World Car Awards or on Instagram or Facebook. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos featuring the world's hottest cars.